Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hannah Olson and I live here in Minnesota with my husband and our 3 young children. I typically share about all things homeschooling, homemaking, and motherhood here on my channel. Today's video is a less frequent type of video, but I do love to do these so much. I love watching other people's favorites videos, and today it's my turn to share my favorites, and I'm kind of spanning multiple months here just because time flies, especially during the holidays and all sorts of things. So we're going to span, I believe it's like November, December, and kind of January. I'm filming this at the end of January right now. A quick explanation for those of you who have followed along for quite some time. I'm in a totally different looking house right now, as you can see. This is like part of the kitchen. I'm sitting in the living room. We have the dining room area right off to the side. This is a familiar fish tank though. We did bring our fish with us, but we move every single year due to my husband's job. We moved so that we can live with him. That's part of the reason, one of the multiple reasons why we homeschool our kids. It's so we can keep our family together when my husband has to move for 5 months out of every year for his job. So this is our rental house. Typically we've had an apartment in the Twin Cities. We're from southern Minnesota. We live in southern Minnesota. This is new for us this year. We decided to go with a rental house scenario, and we are actually really loving it so far. We are almost a couple weeks into living here at the rental house, and I feel like we're finally starting to settle in. But anyway, that's just for those of you who have followed for quite some time. Let's jump in with my, let's say, winter favorites. I'm actually going to start with kids items today, and I'll group them all together just to get them out of the way in case you aren't a mom or if you're not interested in children's toys or other items. So we'll start with one of them that is near me here. Yes, I know I've mentioned these before. This is our gears building set, and I mentioned this in my Christmas gift guide video this past year, so in 2024, for gift ideas for a 5-year-old boy, because my son Soren, our son Soren, is 5 years old and he plays with these gears, I feel like all day, every day. Actually, if I make a video someday or a blog post about toys that we play with every single day, this gears set would definitely make it into that video or blog post or whatever. So these gears, let's see if I can demonstrate it. Soren is much better than me at building stuff with it. Okay, I'm totally stealing something of Soren's to demonstrate with because I didn't feel like building it right now. He asked me to save this because he worked hard on it. It's like a whole rotating arm, and all the gears, as you can see, they interlock. And yeah, it's a super fun set. It's not very expensive at all. I think it was $15 or $20 for a whole set of these, including like the base that you can hook together for like a playing area. But these gears get used all day, every single day, and they are a phenomenal gift idea or just some kind of creative play idea for any kids you know. Sophie and Svea, our other 2 children, play with these as well. Okay, I'm going to switch to our youngest child. So Svea is 1.5 years. She'll be 2 in March. And this is her little dumpling baby. The Etsy shop that makes these refers to them as a dumpling baby. It is the cutest little thing, isn't it? Very simple, you know, it's like it's swaddled. It's just one piece. She is so darling. You can pick skin color, you can pick hair color. I just wanted one that would match Svea. I believe you can pick the fabric color too. This is a very light baby pink, and it comes in with this little fleece lined basket, and you can pretty easily tuck the baby into there. I love that it's called a dumpling baby, and it's so cute, isn't it? It would be such a cute gift idea, especially I think for ages 1 to 2, when they're really starting to play with toys and try to understand the world around them. Love this dumpling baby. I think it's darling, and yeah, I will link the Etsy shop listing down below so you can check out a little dumpling baby yourself. So in the wintertime, you know, we all struggle with dry skin or just stressed out skin. We're not getting enough hydration, and several people in our family struggle with eczema. So I have been recommended a hand soap by my dermatologist that has really saved me this winter especially, and even fall. It is just the Dove hand wash, and I can link that down below too, but I feel like I mentioned it in a past video. This is called Baby Dove Derma Care Soothing Wash, and it has that colloidal, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, colloidal oatmeal in it to help with eczema. It says suitable for eczema prone skin. This is just a baby bath wash or body wash, and I've used it on all 3 kids, and I feel like never before have I seen their skin just instantly soothed. I just love it. I think it's such a good product, and so I had to mention this just in case you're one of those parents like me who is just trying to search for everything you can figure out to help your kids' eczema or just dry skin. So definitely check out this Baby Dove. I feel like the word baby sometimes makes people just want to buy it for newborns or something, but I highly recommend it for any age skin. I absolutely love these stackable silicone snack cups. These, I have 3 of them. This was an Amazon purchase, and they are collapsible silicone cups. So I can easily just pull it open here, and it's still kind of squishy. As you can see, it's silicone, and so it has flaps in the top, and I can easily pour Cheerios or trail mix, or sometimes Svea's little baby, they're not Cheetos, but they're like those little crunchies, and they fit a pretty good amount fits in here, and the kids can carry them around. And while it is not totally spill proof, you can see there's an opening still, and maybe a couple Cheerios or raisins could get out. It definitely prevents as many spillage accidents as we have had in the past when I give the kids just an open cup or an open bowl for snacks. I really love these because, of course, they're reusable, they are easy to wash out, and then I just let them air dry. And I love that I can stack 3 of them easily in my cupboard, and we can take them in the car too. I definitely like on longer car trips bringing something like this in the car, and the kids just know to hold on to it well, especially Svea. She's very proud of her snack cup, and I just wanted to recommend these in case you hadn't heard of these collapsible silicone snack cups. So as I mentioned, we homeschool. I do read aloud to the kids at multiple times of the day, but I especially have shifted like our chapter book for fun read aloud time to right before bed. I feel like it really helps us to wind down at the end of the day. I often have the 2 big kids get in their bunk beds so that they're already resting and laying down while I'm reading to them, and Svea goes to sleep like right after that, so she actually gets to sit with me as I'm reading aloud and before I take her to her room. So anyway, we all love the Littles. This is what we have been reading recently, and when I say recently, I mean for quite a while, because I feel like this is book 6 or something, and we have absolutely loved this series. I read The Littles when I was younger. I believe they came out in the 70s. It's The Littles by John Peterson. Let's see here, 1977. And the Littles, in case you don't know, are a little family, little meaning the dad is like 6 inches tall. And they all have tails, but they're not similar to mice in any other way. And they live within the walls of a family's home, like a big human family's home. And the way that the author describes all of their little hacks and inventions to create their own life and a little apartment inside the walls is so clever and so creative. And it's fascinating not only for my kids to listen to, because they have countless adventures and like drama that happens and plot twists and stuff, especially like at the end of each chapter, there's maybe not each chapter, there's some sort of a small cliffhanger, which is really fun. But it's also fascinating for me and really engaging for me as the adult reading it. The Littles is such a fun series. I highly, highly recommend them. They're rated high on Amazon, and for good reason. So definitely try to pick up at least book 1 of The Littles. I believe that one is just called The Littles, and then there's so many other adventures. Okay, this next children's item, kids item, is our mittens, and I have Soren's and Svea's, so 5-year-old and 1.5-year-old. Right here, I don't know where Sophie's went. I think they're actually in the car somehow, but I love these mittens so much. They are called Snow Stoppers, and the reason they're called Snow Stoppers is due to this extra long wrist area. And if you grew up in a snowy state like me here in Minnesota, then you probably have childhood memories of ice cold snow rubbing you raw right here. And that's due to no fault of parents or anything. It's just like the nature of being outside and you're playing and your coat shifts a little bit and you have mittens on and your wrists get exposed. And so I was so thrilled to find these, and then I ended up getting a pair for Svea when she got old enough to kind of wear mittens or, you know, want to play outside with true mittens that are durable. And I love the fact that this is non-itchy. It's not itchy, it's snug, and it really travels quite a ways up the kids' wrists and arms. And the rest of the mitten is very durable, quite waterproof, maybe not the top like as much, but still totally, I would consider it waterproof enough for playing outside for a long period of time. They are like fleece lined or soft inside the actual mitten. And yeah, highly recommend these. I feel like these Snow Stoppers mittens make all the world of difference in keeping the kids' forearms nice and comfortable and dry and warm during snow play times, which we haven't actually had a ton of snow here in Minnesota, but anytime we're outside. So definitely look into those mittens if you are looking for a solution for getting outside with your family and you want it really comfortable for your kids. Okay, my next item, kids item I wanted to share with you, and I'm almost done with the kids items, is this treasury of Eloise Wilkin stories. This treasury has become such a beloved treasury in our family. It's so funny because when I first read it, I felt like it was it's like simplistic. It's those golden books, you can kind of see. What they call it? Yeah, the little golden books. And Eloise Wilkin has written and illustrated so many of these. You can see classic stories and poems all here on the back. These are all included in here. So there's a book in here called Baby Dear. It's a little golden book. Baby Listens, Baby Looks, Busy Timmy. The kids love Busy Timmy. So these are older stories. They're older fashioned, but still so sweet. And honestly, sometimes I feel like that's even better than some of the modern stuff. By the way, though, the reason I'm bringing this up in today's video is because it has been recently discovered by Svea, our 1.5-year-old, which is so much fun. She is obsessed with babies. That's partly why she loves the dumpling baby, but she is obsessed with anything about babies. She is such a little mother. It is so sweet. She nurtures everything she possibly can. And she has recently discovered how sweet this book is, especially Baby Listens, Baby Dear, which is a story about a little girl and her baby doll. So it's lovely. And these are those feel-good, simple stories. They're just very wholesome. And yeah, I highly recommend it if you have young kids in your house. This next one is also something that Svea loves, but Soren loves it too. Sophie will play with it too sometimes. This is very similar to some other games you might have seen. Like we had a Playpod in the past, which was a little activity pack that had a similar game to this. This is wood though, and much more durable, and I feel like it's also very aesthetically pleasing. I think it's classified as a Montessori game or something like that. You just match the stick color to the hole here, and it has a really nice swivel. If you can see this silver dot, that's where the swivel is, and it has a very kind of a weak but cool magnet right here to kind of help snap the lid back shut when you're done and you swivel it shut. And basically all the sticks kind of get stored in here, and I'm sorry I don't have more of them. I think that they disappeared under the coffee table or something, so I'll have to look for the rest of them. We love this. It's perfect for bringing a lot of places. It's a pretty quiet game, so it's perfect for a waiting room, and even Svea has been able to figure out which color matches in which hole, and it's very easy for her to continue to play again and again because she can open it up and dump out the sticks. So this is a darling little game. I feel like it would be perfect for anywhere from age 1 to 3, maybe even 4. Okay, that concludes the kids items portion of the video, but this next item I'm sharing I think is a really good transition item between kids and adult stuff I'm sharing, because this hairbrush is not only amazing for Sophie, but amazing for me. And sometimes my hair gets a little tangly, like anyone's. We get tangles. And this brush is called Tangles Be Gone, and I will link it down below. I think you have to buy it directly off of their site. I don't think you can find it on Amazon and stuff. And it's slightly pricier than I would normally pay for a hairbrush, but I've seen more than one friend share about it and how miraculous it is for getting little girls' hair nice and comfortably combed and tangle free. So as you can see, it has a curved head on the brush, which actually fits the shape of your head a lot better than any other brush would that's straight. It's kind of hard to zoom in and show you, but it has normal, maybe you can see here, there's a couple layers of bristles. It has the normal plastic ones, and then it has that boar's hair. It is kind of a miracle product. I didn't know how good it would be when I bought it, and I'm so glad I got it. So the other night, and this is kind of funny, I had pretty bad tangles actually right in the center back of my head, and I could not figure out how that happened, but either way I had to work the tangles out. And I just sat and worked on it with this. Did not take much time at all, and it was such a comfortable way to get the tangles out. And Sophie does not complain about having her hair brushed with this. For dance or for everyday life, it is wonderful because she has always been someone who hates having her hair combed. Maybe she has a sensitive scalp, that's what she told me. But basically, she does not like tangles, and I try to be gentle. I try to start at the bottom and all that, but she always would complain of her hair hurting when I would brush her hair. And this one, she does not complain at all when I brush her hair with this Tangles Be Gone brush. So it's a wonderful product, and it almost like feels like a scalp massage when you use it. It's wonderful. So definitely wanted to recommend that, and I'll link it down below. The next item I just had to share, and you've probably heard me talk about it before, is my Sleepy lotion. Let's see if I can focus for you. So this is by 8 Sheep Organics. And this one, is it called Sleepy? Yeah, it is actually called Sleepy Body Lotion. And this lotion is phenomenal. It is a topical magnesium lotion. The ingredients are mango butter, coconut oil, magnesium chloride, beeswax, and some essential oils. So I love this company. I love a couple of their different products. One of them is this Sleepy lotion. The other one is their kids Sleepy lotion, which we don't use on the kids every single day, but if they're having like growing pains or just struggling to go back to sleep, that's usually when I use it for them. But this one for the adults, I personally rely on it every single night. I love how it helps with like sore muscles. I usually put it on both of my shoulders at least, and they say to use 2 to 3 teaspoons of it at night. So I've graduated up to like the bigger size tub now. This is the 8-ounce size, and they also sell a 4-ounce size, but I will link this down below. It also smells really good. You can pick vanilla or lavender, and I feel like there's one other scent, but I love the lavender, and it really, I think, makes a difference for me when I'm trying to really decompress and fall asleep. Kind of like how Epsom salts can help you if you take an Epsom salt bath, and it helps with sore muscles, and it helps you kind of feel sleepy. That's what this lotion does for me. Something else that is still a favorite of mine, and I think I told you guys I would report back on how it's going, is my Oliveda skincare products. This one that I'm holding is the Cell Active Serum for the face, and it works so well. I absolutely love it. You only use just a couple drops or a few drops of it. I use it twice a day. I actually ran out of it for maybe up to 2 weeks. I feel like my face changed because of that, and this I got back maybe 2 days ago. Got it in the mail. It's just that I didn't reorder soon enough, and I just love it so much. It feels so good. This face serum, it's called FO6. It replaces a toner for me. So after I use their cleanser, then I use this serum, and then I move on to whatever face lotion I like to do. I will link it down below for you, and if you have any other questions on the other Oliveda products I use, I can definitely answer those. If you're looking for any kind of skincare, I highly recommend Oliveda, and I have a few tried and true products up from Oliveda by this point. That face serum, it really showed me how much I relied on it, or how much I love it, when I ran out of it, because then I felt like I paid for that and my skin struggled a little bit, and I'm so glad to have it back and incorporate it back into my skincare routine. Okay, I have also been loving a different type of hydration drink mix lately. And when I say lately, I think it's been the past several months at least. And I have been trying this one called Relight. I'll try to focus. That's why you see me, I keep tapping the screen. I'm trying to focus so you can read the label. It's called Relight Hydration, and this is watermelon lime, because I personally really loved the watermelon element drink mix. And I still do. I still have Element and I still am using it up, but this one is slightly less high in sodium. It's still quite a bit high. It has 35% technically of your daily sodium levels, but I love that it's an electrolyte drink mix that's not quite as salty as Element. I feel like my body does just fine and actually benefits from some higher sodium drink mixes like this. I just wanted to try Relight, and it has Redmond sea salt in it as well. So if you're looking for something similar to this, definitely give Relight a try. You can also buy sample mixes or sample packets, so you can try a few of the flavors together and not have to splurge on like the whole tub here. Something else I wanted to mention is I feel like this is lasting me a lot longer than Element, and I know Element can be kind of pricey. This tub is about the same, I think, price as 30 Element packets, but this one has 60 scoops in it, 60 servings, and I certainly don't use a full serving every single day. So this is lasting me a lot longer, and it's a better deal then for me than Element was, and so that's partly why I shifted over to this. I love the taste of it. I kind of want to try other flavors too for fun, but in the meantime, I have not used up very much of this, even though it's been months of really enjoying it. So I want to use this up first, and then maybe I'll try other flavors. So look into Relight if you're looking for a hydration drink mix. The next item I wanted to share with you is my Casper pillow. It's kind of hard to show you the entire thing because it is a poofy pillow, but it is Casper brand. I actually ordered this one to live at our rental house here, so I didn't have to travel back and forth with my Casper pillow from home. I feel like it's the perfect amount of poofiness. You know, it's not too flat. I do not like a flat pillow, but I also don't like a pillow that's so poofy that it has no support at all, you know, just so fluffy that it becomes a flat pillow, if that makes sense. And this Casper brand has been phenomenal, so wanted to mention that today too. I felt a little silly bringing this one out to the living room from the kitchen. I think it actually has a tiny bit of water in it still, so hopefully I can be careful with it. But this is our little hot pot that we've been using ever since, I think, November. And we absolutely love it. When I say we, I mean Bjorn uses it too to make tea. And he's a coffee drinker, but he also likes tea. I'm just a tea drinker, and this also works great, of course, for heating up water for hot cocoa for the kids. But I feel like, isn't it just so pretty? It's such a pretty hot pot. It has that gooseneck spout, I believe that's what it's called. And so it makes pouring, I'll try not to pour on my lap here, it makes pouring so much more easy than using like a Pyrex measuring cup, which is what I used to heat water up in the microwave with. And I know you can get a tea kettle, of course, to put on the stove, but for me, I just really wanted something simple that I could switch on and it would be done very quickly. And this has just worked really well for us. So you plug it in, it's got a pretty short cord, and it just sits on top of this, and you press this little button here. It actually lights up, it stays down when you press it when it's plugged in, but you can hear the water bubbling or boiling in there. You can hear it heating up, and then the blue light or this part with the blue light, it pops up with a loud click, so you can definitely hear from the other room that your water is ready. I just think it is so gorgeous, but we are using it probably twice every single day, and I highly recommend this one. This next item I'm really loving. This is a devotional actually called Everyday Gospel, and it's by Paul David Tripp. And he's written books, I believe, on parenting. I haven't read his books on parenting, but I've heard, you know, high reviews, rave reviews about those books of his. But this book, I saw a friend of mine on Instagram recommend. There was another one I think he wrote as more of a Christmas or an Advent devotional. This one is just for, you know, every day. I'm not typically a very big devotional person because I'm afraid that I will like reading a devotional and getting, you know, fuzzy feel-good feelings from little snippets of someone's thoughts and their reflections so much that I won't turn to the real Bible. And I think that's a danger. I mean, I could probably go on a soapbox about that, but I think that's a danger for a lot of us women, is we love our devotionals so much that we aren't necessarily rooted in God's word. But I really wanted to give this a try because I looked at the sample, you know, the sample pages they show you on Amazon, and at the bottom of every devotional, so this one continues here on the next page, it says, for further study and encouragement, read Proverbs 16. And then at the top of the page, it says it's going over Genesis 38 to 40. And then the next day is Genesis 41 to 42. So technically, I believe you can read through the entire Bible, I'm pretty sure, in a year using this devotional. So I'm getting in the sun here, I just realized. So Paul David Tripp does a really good job. Oh, that didn't help. He does a really good job with pointing you back to scripture. He shares little reflections from his life, and the whole point of the Bible is pointing back to Jesus Christ, or pointing forward to Jesus Christ if you're in the Old Testament. And so this everyday gospel has a really good, pretty short devotional for every single day of the year. Like this one, for instance says April 26th. And I've been working through it. I've only had it for about a week, but I wanted to wait and make sure that I truly loved it before I jumped right in and shared about it. So this one I really recommend. I think there is a version of it that's leather bound or something, kind of as a gift. But this one, of course, I feel like is still very beautiful. And I love how every little devotional day that I've read so far has pointed back to the gospel and God's plan of redemption for all mankind. And one of my goals, did I mention it in my New Year's resolutions video? One of my goals for this year was to have a desire to read God's word and a love for God's word more. And I've been praying for that, and I feel like that has happened, or it's happening, incrementally over time. But I feel like I can't get through this video without mentioning my Bible. This is a Hosanna Revival Bible. I have the ESV version. This is so big because it's an ESV study Bible, and I just wanted to mention it because this is what I'm opening up to read to go along with my everyday gospel devotional. Okay, sorry, my camera battery died. I must be talking too much. But the ESV Study Bible has really great study notes or footnotes at the bottom, almost the bottom half of every page. So that's why it's so big. But I love this one. I wanted to read my physical Bible more this year in 2025. And so far, reading this alongside, like doing the recommended reading that goes along with the everyday gospel devotional has worked out really well. This next one is kind of funny, and hopefully I'm not rustling too loudly here. But this is my new winter jacket. It is a Carhartt, so if you've heard of that, that's like good for farm work and outdoor work, or just anyone who wants a really durable, tough, and high quality jacket. I love this Carhartt. So I especially love it. Well, I love it for a few reasons. First of all, I love that I found it for a very good price. Carhartt jackets are typically very expensive. This was, I would say, a little pricey, but not bad. I think I got it for $75, which is a good price for a very high quality coat. I will try to link down below which website I got this from, because this was a discontinued color of a certain style. I was really pleased to find it in this sky blue. It's kind of a dusty sky blue, and if you saw one of my favorites videos, maybe summer favorites video, I had gotten my colors done in like over the summer, and I can link her down below too, the woman I got my colors done by. This color on this shirt is one of my colors technically for a soft summer, and so is this coat. And I had a big poofy black coat for a very long time. I actually still use that one to take care of the chickens if I'm doing something a little dirtier, because I just want this one to last extra long. And this is an insulated kind of puffy one. It's definitely like big on me because it's kind of that, what do they call that? Like more of a large fit, loose fit. It keeps me so very warm. It's actually surprised me with how warm it has kept me. So we have had wind chills this past week down to like -35 and -40 degrees Fahrenheit. And I have stayed so warm, especially my torso and my arms, with this coat. It's been a phenomenal coat already. I've had it, I think, a couple months, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. So I will try to link it down below. Okay, I'm sorry if this is weird, but I have a bag of cookies here. I just wanted to remember when I was gathering everything for today's video, I had to grab a bag of cookies off the counter because I wanted to remember to share with you our favorite new cookie recipe. This is an oatmeal raisin cookie recipe. I will link it down below, plus a little note of what we substitute. I followed what my friend Dana from our Sweetie Bird's Home YouTube channel. Dana does with this cookie recipe, she takes out a 1/4 cup of the flour from the dry ingredients and substitutes that with a 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed. And we already have and use golden ground flaxseed for our energy balls that we also love, and we have loved having that little flavor in those cookies. This is the second time this week, not the second time this week, although maybe, yikes. This is the second time in recent days that I have made a double batch, oh dear, of these oatmeal raisin cookies, and they are phenomenal. If you like a good comfort food cookie and one that maybe you can excuse away as being good for breakfast in the mornings, then definitely try out this recipe. It is so good, so I'll link that down below. I also wanted to mention something that's been working great for my lips. I know in the past favorites video, I believe it was the most recent favorites video, I mentioned Cordybalm, which is like a little lip balm. Love it still, I still use it, but at night I like to use something called Vaseline Lip Therapy. I'm sure you've heard of Vaseline. Vaseline Lip Therapy, it's just a tiny little tub that I have, and the Lip Therapy one specifically is really hydrating and wonderful feeling for your lips, and I feel like it's helped so much this winter. So I had to mention that in case you're looking for a lip product this time of year. Okay, 2 more items. One is going to be maybe a little hard to show you, but it's these earrings that I'm wearing right now. I do not know how close I can get to the camera comfortably and still show you. So these earrings, can you see how they are like 3, is it 3 or 4? Now I don't know. 3 or 4 little diamonds. I don't know if I can get these to show up well for you. Can you see how it's like several little diamonds in there? Not real diamonds, but anyway, they are really, really cute earrings, and I've been wearing these ones every single day. They are from my favorite earring company, which is called Olive and Piper, and Olive and Piper has just really classy and classic earrings, and they're in a little curve, so it almost looks like you have multiple piercings, but not really. It's very, very delicate. It's a smaller, understated look, and I've just been wearing them every day. I feel like they're really flattering and cute and fun. So wanted to mention those, and I'll link those down below too. And then for our my final favorite I wanted to share with you, I will bring you with me to the kitchen and I'll show you something that is hanging in the kitchen. Okay, I wanted to show you our calendar. I love this one so much. It is by Luli Metka. I think that's how you say her name. And I believe is she a teenager? Anyway, she's the oldest of like 11 kids, and she has the most exquisite artwork full of the most beautiful scenes and like the feelings it brings up, you know, it's like so much nostalgia. This calendar is a little more spendy than what I would typically do, but it is so worth it in terms of like the happiness level whenever I come over to check the calendar. And also we used it as a Christmas gift from Bjorn to me this past year. So I'll show you a few of the months here, but this is January. It just has the most beautiful, peaceful scenes. Okay, here is February. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just a mom working with all her kids in the kitchen at home. Here's March. Sophie will especially love this one. I see a farm dog here, but a whole chicken coop, and what a beautiful scene with the home down the road. Okay, I'm like trying not to show you every month, so I'll just skip ahead, but it's just too pretty to skip ahead too far. This is May, so you've got all the sheep here too, and you can see the mama has her baby on her back, and there's that cozy house down the hill in the distance. Here is July. So Luli Metka has prints too that she sells, but I think some of them are included in here. I don't know how many are standalone prints that aren't already in some of her calendars, but gorgeous work, right? Okay, I will fast forward here to December. I'm skipping ahead, and you can see it's such a beautiful, cozy scene. It says, "Bless this home," and you've got people reading books, and then there is Dad sitting at the table. You've got a cat and a baby playing on the floor, wood stove, a cross up on the wall. It's just so perfect. I think that she is the oldest of 10 or 11 kids or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, I really, really recommend this calendar. It's still not too late to go and buy one, I think. So if you want this kind of artwork on your kitchen wall, definitely worth it. That's it for today's video. I hope it was fun for you to see a whole collection of what I've been loving these past several months. I have plans to continue sharing here on YouTube this year, and I'm so excited about all that there is to share about and how I can connect with you guys over here on this platform. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around here in this little corner, my little corner of the internet over here. I have an email list you can join. I will link that down below. And if you are watching this video within the first probably couple or few days that it comes out, then I should tell you that the Present Mama Playbook is now open for enrollment. It's an online course that I created full of so many strategies for fresh mindsets in motherhood and having a home that runs smoothly along behind the scenes. And it has over 130 videos, a giant PDF full of worksheets and checklists that you can use to follow along with the course and then to use in your everyday life. We talk about systems that streamline your home. We talk about parenting strategies. We talk about healthy mindsets in motherhood because that is so important. And we talk about productivity as well. So tons of things are covered in that course. Lots of encouragement and lots of actually practical, doable, bite-sized lessons for you to implement in your everyday life. So definitely check out the Present Mama Playbook. I will link that down below, and I'll try to leave a note in this video once it is closed for enrollment, but otherwise you should be able to hop on over there and learn more and sign up for the course. Thanks again for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.
Yesterday